Hey, I'm Jae and welcome to The Gist. The struggle for LGBT rights continues in Ghana. 6 members of parliament have expressed their intention to jointly sponsor a private members' bill for parliament to pass specific legislation that expressly prohibit and criminalize the practice or advocacy of homosexuality in Ghana. If passed, the bill will seek to further strengthen existing legislation on unnatural carnal knowledge to reflect the current state of affairs. In a statement, MP Mr. Sam George said, as a nation, Ghanaians were completely taken aback by the news of opening of advocacy office LGBT plus rights Ghana in Accra on January 31st, 2021. He said any attempt to depart from the current position of the law on homosexuality would be an unprecedented assault on the fabric of the traditions and customs as Ghanaians, even going as far as to say it will be an attempt to alter the very fibre and DNA of what makes us Ghanaian. Please, Ghana, it's 2021. Let's get it together. Breaking new ground for transgender women in society, model and social worker Tashnava Anand is set to become the first ever transgender woman to work as a news presenter on a television channel in Bangladesh. She was first seen presenting a regular news bulletin for the first time at the private satellite television channel Boishaki Television on March 8th, marking International Women's Day. Shashir said, "I cannot express how overwhelming this is for myself and for my community. Individuals from my community have been bullied and harassed for so long, and only exposure like this can help create room for the development of the people in this society." A pioneering bill has been introduced in California that will make kids sections in department stores gender neutral. Co-sponsor of the bill and chair of the California Legislative LGBT Caucus, Evan Lowe told Pix TV that rather than having a separate boys or girls section, let's just have a kids section. If the bill passes, clothing, toys and childcare items would be in gender neutral sections of large department stores beginning January 1st, 2024. The bill would require retailers with 500 or more employees to maintain undivided areas of its sales floors where the majority of these items being offered are displayed, regardless of whether an item has been traditionally marketed for either girls or for boys. The measure would also prohibit signs that indicate whether a particular product is for boys or girls. Online retailers with a physical presence in California would also be required to label their toy and childcare sections in a unisex or gender neutral way. Stores that violate the policy would face fines of up to $1,000. One source of inspiration for the bill came from the 9-year-old daughter of one of Lowe's staff members, who couldn't understand why she had to go to the boys section in order to find space-related toys. Trust me, kid, we don't understand it either. A gender identity clinic in southwest England only assessed 2 new patients in 2020, despite having thousands of patients on their waiting list. The Laurel's Gender Identity Clinic in Exeter, which specializes in the treatment of gender dysmorphia, had over 2,500 patients on their waiting list between December 2019 and November 2020. During that period, 495 new patients were referred to the clinic, while the longest patient waiting time was almost 6 years. Last year, a trans teenager launched legal action against the NHS over delays to treatment with support from the Good Law Project. However, this case is now on hold pending the recent puberty blocker ruling from the High Court. The UK really must do better for our trans siblings. The European Parliament has declared that the whole of the European Union is an LGBTIQ freedom zone. The symbolic resolution was passed in response to local authorities in Poland labeling themselves LGBT ideology-free zones in recent years. Poland also plans to close a loophole that allowed same-sex couples to adopt. The Polish government announced its proposal for the adoption ban just hours before the European Parliament's declaration in support of LGBT rights. Same-sex relationships are not legally recognized in Poland, and the country already bans same-sex couples from adopting children together. The EU resolution declares that LGBTIQ persons everywhere in the EU should enjoy the freedom to live and publicly show their sexual orientation and gender identity without fear of intolerance, discrimination, or persecution. It adds that authorities at all levels of governance across the EU should protect and promote equality and the fundamental rights of all, including LGBTIQ persons. The resolution was supported by 492 MEPs, while another 141 voted against it and 46 abstained. I'm Jae Simpson, and that's the gist. Thank you for watching.